hi, I'm Kara, and I really, 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 really love rom-coms. I've literally seen, like, all of them. Every single one. I love them. I love you.
Oh my god. I'm Jaren, and I was just really personally touched by going for walks after eating big meals.
But both of us, but like kind of like more me, but like both of us really, really love the natural charm of like being poor.
Yeah, and it's so funny because and this is
just kiss already. Oh my god, I love you.
Lobelia.
That's right, y'all. The Lobelia girls are back. Welcome back to Just Kiss Already. We are talking about episode 19 of Oran High School Host Club. Lobelia again.
Lobelia again.
Again.
I'm very glad that we brought them back, and I also think we rated like the perfect amount of time because they had the cameo in the Alice in Wonderland episode, just enough to keep them fresh in your minds.
And now they're back. We get a whole episode full of Lobelia.
You know, and speaking of we're back, this episode inspired my question, which is, what's your favorite dinosaur?
Oh, I think, so for me, my favorite dinosaur, I think I'll probably have to go with a pterodactyl.
That's interesting because my favorite dinosaur used to be the Pachycephalosaurus, but it's actually the Ankylosaur now.
I was thinking about this lately, and honestly, like, Tyrannosaurus Rex really caught my eye, but I don't know. I think I'm gonna stick with pterodactyl.
Did you see Triceratops re-released an album, and now everybody's really mad at Brachiosaurus?
Oh my god, really?
Yeah, it was all over Reddit.
Oh, wow. Okay. So anyway, this time we're actually at Lobelia Girls Academy.
Yeah, we're in the belly of the beast.
Yes.
The Lobelia of Lobeast.
Yeah, the Lobelia of the and we're eating Lobel.
Very good.
But yeah, this time around, first they have to kidnap Haruhi.
Yeah.
We love to do it to her, truly.
We love when a show makes you wonder if the protagonists are the villains by having the villains kidnap the protagonist in the same way that her friends do.
Yeah.
Except I think Benny Barra was wearing sunglasses, which makes her evil.
Yeah, that's true. That is a fact. That is proven. Sunglasses equals... There's only two ways you can go. You can either have sunglasses and be cool, or... evil.
And it usually depends on the frames.
That's true. It makes a big difference. But the host club wants to go hang out with their cool friend Haruhi, and she's like not there, and they're like, oh man, I guess she does have friends, whatever.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah, they accept it and move on.
I know, I was like, oh, good for them.
I was like, yeah, I guess they're all gonna go find something else to do today.
Yeah, today's episode is about, maybe it's like the no Haruhi day or something.
They just all open their calendars and they're like simping like 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. and it's just like, well, I'm free now.
But we soon find out that, in fact, Haruhi has been nabbed to Lobelia Academy because they need her to play a part.
Yeah, they're kind of like shanghaiing her into a lead role last minute during Tech Week, which is a big no-no.
It's the night of the show, and they're like, it'll be fine.
Well, yeah,
okay.
the female lead doesn't have many lines.
Which is, it's very funny to me that it's like, oh, we're the Zuka Club and we put on, like, plays all female, but we still pick a play where the female role is apparently insignificant and doesn't matter.
Yeah. Yeah.
But whatever. Like, who cares?
Yeah, it's more about the devious plot.
Of course. Which is to, make her, Haruhi, poor sweet Haruhi, who is not an actress.
Yeah.
Not a singer, not a dancer. But we're just gonna, it'll be fine.
She's a non-threat.
Yeah.
Like, not a triple threat, a zero threat.
She tries to say no, and they're like, oh man, my mom. I'm gonna disappoint my mom.
Mother.
My mother.
My mommy.
And Haruhi's like, oh, I have one of those. But she's gone now. I feel like I should do this. And then we're, like, led to believe that it's a lie because Benny Barr kind of makes a face.
Yeah, the framing tells us that Haruhi just got, like, gaslit.
Yeah, very uncool. Haruhi does keep making comments that are like, oh, you guys are just like the host club. And they're like, we're nothing like the host club. And,
kind it may be like the pot calling the kettle black.
Uh-huh. But gaslighting aside, the show must go on for various reasons, if not the pity Haruhi has for people with moms. Other way.
Haruhi, if any of you have a mother, I pity you. Oh my god.
If not for Haruhi's heart of gold, because she might get beat up by Benny Barra's fan club combat edition.
Yeah. I love that, like, it's honestly such a cool idea that we have incorporated the delinquents into our organizational structure.
Yeah, of course.
They're very much the muscle of the Benny Barra fan club.
We gotta bring them in. We do see that, Benny Barra, I don't want to say it's the same as the host club, because the host club fans are more like distant admirers. Like, they're like, aw, honey's so cute. Huh, like from far away, not doing anything to impede. The Benny Barra fans they're insane. They're out here, they're following her around, they know her schedule, they have organization. Only one person gets to make her lunch each day. No letters without permission, just like we on it.
Yeah, the host club fans very much like respectful Patreon subscription, $1 a month.
Exactly. They wait their turn.
Yeah, and then Benny Barra has an army of angry Twitter stans.
Yeah, exactly. So the host club catching wind of this is like, oh no.
Oh yeah.
It's time for us to put together another funny scheme plot where we sneak into Lobelia. It's gonna be great.
This one's like extra half-baked in the best way, because they just show up there with no plan and they're like, I guess we'll infiltrate by dressing up as girls. And Ronka's like, no. You
don't just do that for funsies.
No, there is an adult here.
Ronka's like, also, I'm a professional, and it's just kind of like disrespectful.
This is you can't be a non-union cross-dresser. And so they infiltrate the fan club instead.
Somehow they get t-shirts. I'm not sure how that happens.
And it's great that it's just like, oh yeah, these 6 dudes and also this 34-year-old man are totally just like blending in with this army of girls at this school.
And I mean, like, I guess a couple girls walk up and they're like, what do you like about Betty Barra? And Ronka kind of swoops in with the save, like, oh my god, everything. The shape of her head, the sound of her voice, the way that she looks in clothes. And they're like, oh my god, you get it!
Yep.
And it's like, okay.
We don't even, like, get the funny, like, planning phase, because they just walk into the auditorium and they see Haruhi and they're like, oh, she's trying.
Yeah, they literally, like, peel away and they're just kind of like, oh, the auditorium's over here, let's go in.
Oh, yeah. And Haruhi's, like, giving it her all, so they're like, you know what, let's not, like, interfere.
Yeah, they're like, maybe let's not suddenly stop this show.
Yeah, they're like, let's just work the concessions booth like good fan club friends.
Also very funny, they're like, wait a minute, where has Kyoya been? And they look up to the tech booth where Kyoya is getting a personal tour from, like, the principal of this school. As he decided he was like, I'm not doing that. And so he walked up and was like, hello, I'm Kyoya Otori, notable boy. Please show me your school.
Do you know what I just realized?
What?
Kyoya is, like, the one character in your D&D group who picks, like, noble as their background and doesn't forget that, like, they can just flash that signet ring. And be like, hello, yes, like, I am a lord of a minor fiefdom. Would you please welcome me into your house and host me out of the laws of respect you have?
I mean, there you go.
Meanwhile, the rest of the party is, like, orcs and fairies, and they're like, we're gonna dress up and sneak into the dirty hole.
Oh, it's so good.
Love him.
But the show happens, and it's going fine. Haruhi's lip syncing. She's still, bad at acting, but it's like, whatever.
We get, like, a super weird, like, reveal.
Yes.
Where it's like we're flashing back to the times when they've gotten information about the play from, like, fan club members.
Yeah.
And it's like...
Oh, because Tamaki's kind of putting, like, the puzzle pieces together.
Exactly.
Because he hears wind of the kiss scene. And he's like, wait a minute. And then we're just, like, giving these flashes until he's like, oh wait, she's gonna... kiss her, and that's like the thing.
Yeah, and then he dashes out and falls on a banana.
Of course, as he must. It's honestly, like, you gotta.
Yeah, and Benny Barra then reveals the plan, and it's like, now that we're on a platform 10 feet off the ground, nothing can stop me from smooching you.
Exactly.
And Haruhi's like, I think not.
She's like, I will get revenge on the host club by taking the first kiss of one Haruhi. And Haruhi's like, and even the fan club is like,
can't break all of our hearts at once.
And everybody is like losing their minds over this. Meanwhile, Kyoya's in the tech booth and he's like, I know what I'll do. And he projects the image of Haruhi kissing the girl from episode 2.
He also added like a nice rose frame around the image.
He quick edited the photo to really spruce it up. And then he was like, okay.
He took theater tech too.
Exactly. Puts it on the big screen. And that foils the plan because Haruhi's already had her first kiss.
A scandal.
A scandalo.
Especially for Ranka, who then takes like 3 screens worth of running.
Yes.
And is joined by the twins, and then the 3 of them slip on a banana peel on top of Tamaki.
Bum, bum, ba, bum. Then we have the, oh no, I need to get down from this 10-foot platform. And Tamaki's like, jump, I'll catch you. And he does not. But Haruhi is safe because it really was only like 10 feet.
Yeah, Haruhi lands like both heels in his sternum. Yeah. And she's like, oh, that was good for me.
Some ribs are probably broken.
His
but
face is blue.
He did what he needed to. And then this episode ends with like, Benny Barra's like, I don't care if it's the second or third kiss, I'm gonna kiss ya!
Smooch so much
and it's just a mob chasing Haruhi around on stage, and then everyone slips on a banana peel.
So good. The last frame of this episode is just everybody 1 foot in the air, and they all go, ah.
And then bum, bum, bum,
Exactly.
But this is maybe the first episode we've had where there's like, honestly, not a lot of character, like, development progression.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of just more like, there's kind of the thing with Haruhi being like, oh, I don't want this person to, like, disappoint their mother because I know how important my mom is to me. But even that is, like, very brief.
Oh, yeah.
And then it's just kind of, like, time for silly, fun, weird revenge kiss plot.
I feel like the second half of Benny Barra's fan club turned into, like, cute cartoon squids.
Yeah.
I was like, this is either filler or this is just one for the author. Like
honestly, maybe.
They had a fever this week and they were like, I've got to meet my deadline.
Lobelia, bring him back. Let's bring him back.
We have all the character models already.
Yeah. There's kind of the introduction of like, oh, well, Haruhi's mom was in the Zuka Club. And then they're like, the Zuka Club blood runs in her veins.
See, I was confused as to whether Haruhi's mom had been in the Zuka Club or been like a fan of them and gone to see a lot of their shows and had like the box full of playbills and stuff.
I think she was in it just because I feel like when I looked at the pictures, there were pictures of her in the makeup.
You know what? Yeah, I think that's right. Because I wanted that to be the case. I wanted it to be like, oh, Haruhi has a legitimate reason to be like maybe a legacy at the Lobelia Academy, but chose Oron.
And it was also just like a very funny example of like everybody forgetting who Haruhi is at her core. Mm-hmm. Like, you think she cares about this?
Literally, of all the characters who have input in this episode, like the one thing that Haruhi says that just sums it up. Well, 2 things. One, leaves the house in like just normal ass clothes, and then they're like, sorry, we pulled you outside in your night clothes. Like, here, take this school uniform. And she's like, that's just what I wear.
Yeah.
And then the other thing being while they're running around right before they slip on the banana peel, it's a picture of Haruhi going, I just wanted to stay home and study.
God damn, can't I have one day?
Exactly.
Honestly, my favorite part of this entire episode is the amount of shots where they're doing something and Mori's there, but he's just like tired.
Yeah.
Someone let this boy, bring him home, put him in bed. He doesn't want to be here.
Give him a massive stroller.
He's just sleepy. I don't think he has a line this episode. I don't remember, like, distinctly.
I don't recall him having one.
I didn't write one down, but I feel like I would be mad if it was not made up for the fact that he's just a big sleepy boy. Mm-hmm. He just wants to go to bed.
He was like glad when Haruhi wasn't home. He's like, oh, I can go home
and like
God. Catch up on Rick and Morty or whatever he does.
I don't know. I feel like Rick and Morty's not a Maury show.
Yeah, personally. Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty. He watches the spin-off, Rick and Morty. But I guess one thing we have is kind of like almost the resurgence of the like everybody loves Haruhi kind of theme, because we have been exploring other characters, finding out more about them, and this episode was like a big reminder that like everybody have big crush on Haruhi.
Yeah,
like they're literally chasing her around the last scene.
Very
like,
good.
We all love Haruhi.
It's like, just so you don't forget.
Yeah.
This person's hot shit. I know that we've had like other characters in internal strife for a little bit, but like, people will fight to the death over this wannabe lawyer girl.
Yeah. And that's the most important part.
Mm-hmm. Really, what do we have in this show if nobody liked Haruhi?
It wouldn't, yeah, no, it wouldn't.
They would just be like, yeah, you're in debt and you have to work.
That sucks.
And none of us have a crush on you.
For you.
Yeah.
I guess it wouldn't be nearly as funny because they would just kind of be sad.
Yeah, you know, I kind of made myself sad saying it out loud.
Man.
I want there to be more like in the world.
Of course. Especially because Haruhi's so dang adorable. Like, you can't introduce to me a character with dinner plate eyes like that. and everyone, like, not everyone's gonna be in love with her.
Mm-hmm.
So, tropes this episode. We've got the fan club.
Yeah.
Militant, almost.
Militant fan club.
Or just, like, insane fan club.
It's so good. I love... This is, like... There are certain things that I just love in stories.
Uh-huh.
I think characters who inspire ridiculous amounts of loyalty...
Of course.
Definitely up there. Because it's like, what is Benny Barra really?
Yeah.
A very talented high schooler.
Right.
Very gifted, very skilled. And it's like, we are going to organize who brings them lunch on a daily basis.
Of course.
And we are going to wear matching shirts over our school uniforms.
Of course. Oh, yeah.
And we're going to assemble. And if you put in your hours, you become a fan club executive and you get to corral all the other fans.
I wonder if they get any other benefits.
I was like, do they have dental?
Oh, that'd be nice. They get a little stipend.
It's so inspiring that they just incorporate. Like, this is a career path at the institution.
This is kind of interesting, though, because usually with, like, the crazy fan club, it's surrounding a male character, and it's usually introduced, like, early on. Like, it's a thing. Oh, the character who has this crazy fan club is actually in love with, like, this girl.
Yeah.
And we didn't really have that with Oron because everyone's respectful, I guess.
Respectfully.
And so they were like, oh, well, let's put it in for Benny Barra because it does kind of make more sense.
Yeah.
Because Tamaki is just kind of, like, cool, friendly, nice to everyone. It's not like he's like, I'm over here by myself.
Except for the time he tried that.
Yeah, he did try that one time.
Oh.
Didn't work out.
God, I do love that.
Yeah. We also have main character who's, like, not talented in an area that people tried to make them.
This was such a good bait and switch.
Like, it's, like, a good fun, like, oh, we have to have you do this thing. And they're like, I can't do that at all. Mm-hmm. With Haruhi just being like, I can't act. I can't sing. I can't.
I feel like there's been uncountable times in shows where they're like, but main heroine has to sing, and then it's like crystal clear, pure voice, different voice actress, like 9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
And then it's like, we almost had that, and then somebody trips over the chord, and it's like, oh, she's lip syncing.
Oh, she's, well, I guess.
Like, yeah, she hasn't put any points into singing. It's not her thing.
She hasn't been working on her singing stat.
Yeah.
And then this episode is kind of a revenge episode.
They do frame it as though Benny Barra is getting revenge on Haruhi for not kissing her.
I think it's not that she's getting revenge on Haruhi for not kissing her. I think she's getting revenge on the host club by kissing Haruhi.
Yes. Very interesting in a there is nothing you have that I cannot take sort of mindset.
Yeah. It's instead of Haruhi being like, oh, I can't even tell if maybe, because it's totally possible that they were like, oh, and then she'll fall in love with the Zuka Club.
Oh, yeah.
But it also could have just been like, when Haruhi made the decision to stay with the host club, she was like, oh, I'm no longer like trying to get you. Now I'm just mad at them because they have you and I can't.
Oh.
Which, you know.
She's got some issues.
Honestly, like, this episode kind of does have, like, weird gaslighting and, like, weird predatory I'm gonna steal your first kiss behavior, but it's not as, like, renowned as being bad as, like, the Kyoya Beach episode.
Yeah.
And it's probably just because Benny Barra's a girl.
Yeah.
And, people love to be like, well...
Yeah.
I don't know. I was gonna say good friends, but not, like, no.
I don't know either.
They're not friends.
God.
So, yeah. A weird one. There were a lot of fun things throughout it.
Return to the Monkeys, yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, Return to the Monkeys. There was when they're showing Kyoya the screen, she's going through being like, oh, you can put any picture up here for the background, and there's just a monkey.
Yeah.
It was honestly foreshadowing, truly, for the amount of banana peels that was going to...
Oh yeah, 100%.
But, yeah, this one's just kind of, it's I don't want to even say, like, filler, but maybe... It's weird that there's only one filler episode.
Yeah.
Because, like, even the Alice in Wonderland ended up not being filler.
It ended up being very cool and, like, integral to the plot. This kind of feels like a bridge, though.
Okay.
It feels like we've had those last few episodes, and I don't know whether we're going to go next episode, like, right back into, like, the individual member backstories.
Yeah.
But I feel like this is important because you need that kind of silly break. Because we've done, like...
Yeah.
Like, heavy. You couldn't do 7 heavy in a row. You gotta get that one jolly good time in there.
Though, I mean, to be fair, it's not necessarily that we've had 7 heavy in a row, because all of the episodes have balanced heavy and lighthearted
pretty
well.
Especially the Kyoya Mall one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you guys found any, like, cool, fun, heavier topic that you were like, wait, let us know, because I'd love to hear about it.
Yeah, we're gonna get messages that are like, did you guys miss that this entire episode is an allegory for communism? We have to seize the means of production, Haruhi, and we have to spread the wealth.
If you guys found the hidden communism subplot, please let us know.
Please press like.
You can yell at us on Twitter, YouTube, whatever you would like, Instagram. Yeah. Honestly, send us an email. We'll take it.
Oh, please. At Marxist Honey Nozuka.
Yeah. But I guess that's all we've got for this episode. So, Jaren, it is time now that I ask you what you think is going to happen in the next episode. Because I think, last prediction, it was you thought we were going to do another member backstory, and we didn't do that.
Yeah, it feels like this episode exists almost to spite my last prediction. Because everything indicated that was where we were going. Yeah. And this is the opposite of that.
Just kidding. Take a quick Lobelia break.
Yeah, a little break.
So what do you think is going to happen for episode 20?
Episode 20. Mm-hmm. I think there's going to be romance aplenty.
Oh, yeah.
I think that this is going to be like... Maybe it's going to be a kiss episode. Like, we're going to be like, oh, haha, that was so weird last time about kissing.
Actually, wait. I don't want to completely rescind my statement, because I do think most of this episode was, like, fun, lighthearted. But we did kind of have a moment with, like, Tamaki was like, Haruhi, jump into my arms. And we kind of got to see her face being like, yeah, okay, I trust you.
Oh.
So that was actually kind of a thing.
Okay.
Okay, so don't tweet at me. I remembered.
Very good. I'm surprised you could recognize that facial expression under the fun clown makeup they gave her. But yeah.
Oh, man. But, yes, so there was a little bit of that. Yeah. So, going on with your prediction.
Yeah. I think, not based off of anything that I just heard. I'm going to revise my thing a little bit. I think this is going to be, like, the feelings awakening episode for Haruhi. Because we're getting, like, last 6-7 episodes territory. So I'm thinking that, like, we got to get this in motion, and it's probably going to be, like, discovery of feelings.
Yeah. Okay.
Smoochy smooch.
A little realization, whoa.
Yeah.
Wait, do you think there's going to be a kiss, or do you think...
No, I'm not going to be that.
Okay.
I'm going to be as vague as possible.
Okay, fair. Okay, a little feelings, click in the brain, a little bit of...
a light bulb. Ooh. That would be super cool.
Yeah, if they bring that back from the beginning.
If hers is, like, this big light bulb above the 6 of them that comes on, that would be so cool.
All right.
She realizes that Tamaki is a boy.
All this time.
Just in casual conversation, Haruhi's like, yeah, it's so crazy that I'm your second female member. And they're like, what?
Raggy. All right, fair enough. That's all we've got for you guys this time. Again, thank you so much. I say again, but I haven't said it yet this episode. So as though you had just listened to the last episode. Thank you guys so much for listening. As always, mwah, mwah, mwah. Love you. Catch you next time for episode 20.
Catch you then.
Catch you then.